Quantum Squares offers scientifically formulated energy bars with 100 milligrams of organic caffeine for long-lasting, stable energy. Every delicious bar provides balanced nutrition with 10 grams of plant-based protein, healthy fats, and complex carbs. Use our promo code DANDZ, and you can use that at quantumsquares.com.
Order up! We continue our division by division NFL review as we order up.
Order up, order up.
This week, we are going to order up the AFC West. Now, second verse, same as the first. Last week, we said that we went 1-3 and 2-2 respectively. We again went 1-3 and 2-2. So we got to clean up our picks.
Which one was I? Was I 1-3?
We were 1-3 for AFC West.
Son of a bitch.
We got to do better. We both need to do better, and that starts today. From 4 to 1, who you got in the AFC West?
This was not easy because, you know, you got the Chargers who just got Coach McDaniel coming over. Another year under Harbaugh. You have the Raiders who just added Mendoza. We expect Genti to play better.
Mm-hmm.
You also have Patrick Mahomes coming back from an injury. They just got Kenneth Walker. I believe Snead went back to that team also.
Yep, L'Jarius Snead is there.
And then you have Rice who's coming back from a serious injury. Then you have the Broncos who really should have went to the Super Bowl, but because their idiot quarterback broke his ankle at the end of the divisional game, they missed it. So I'm going to start off with the Raiders. And it's very gutless of me, I think, because, you know, I'm just kind of banking on the kid having his struggles, you know. So like Cam Ward struggled, Mendoza will struggle. I think they'll win 3 or 4 games, but the NFL is not easy for everybody. You know, even Mariota and James Winston struggle. So I'm going to start over there. All right, but here's the one I'm going out on. I'm going to go with the Chiefs coming in third. And my reasoning is you got Patrick Mahomes and Rashee Rice coming off of injury. Mm-hmm. Serious leg injury. And I'm assuming that they're not going to play all 17 games. I think the defense is going to be good. And I know Kenneth Walker ain't playing all 17 games. There's no way. There's no way. He ain't. Nah. So, I think the defense will be good. I think they'll be good. They're just going to come in third. Second place, I'm going to go with the Chargers. Because I have to imagine that Coach McDaniel and Justin Herbert and and Harbaugh and Omarion Hampton, I gotta think that they're gonna score points. They're gonna light things up. We know how good McDaniel is in the run game, so I've got to think that they're gonna do really well. And then first place, I got the Broncos. I just think they added Jaylen Waddle. I think Sean Payton's not calling the plays this year, but Bo Nix should be back and healthy. And I think Bo Nix is better this year. Because I think last year, he was the one that was kind of holding them back. We all know their defense is amazing. Like, their defense alone could get them to the Super Bowl. So I'm going with the Broncos coming in first. What do you got, T?
Tired of the same old hot takes and sports cliches? Want a fresh perspective on the world of sports? Then tune into the Fade Round with DNZ, the podcast that's changing the game. Every Wednesday, DNZ bring you insightful analysis. I would argue that group would be better set in a West Coast offense. Hilarious banter.
See, people came here for a baseball game.
And a whole lot of fun. coming at you from the AO Studios. Listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts. The Fade Route with DNZ. It's not just a podcast, it's a lifestyle. Pretty solid picks. Now, we're similar in a lot of our analysis. The Raiders and the Chiefs. It's hard for me to separate the two. Very hard. The Mahomes factor, but who is Mahomes throwing it to? You're throwing it to Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy, Tyquan Thornton, and Travis Kelce if he's healthy. Okay, so you have what? One? I trust one of those guys. That's a problem. Kenneth Walker, you mentioned it. Can Kenneth Walker, can he be the guy? He's been working in a tandem with Charbo. You got paid like the guy, now it's time to play like the guy. The defense is still good. You still have Jones, Karlaftis, Tranquil, Bolton. You brought back L'Jarius Sneed. And then when you look at the Raiders also have a good defense. If you keep Max Crosby, you have Crosby, Nakobe Dean, Quay Walker, Stokes, Chin, Thomas Booker. You have guys that can play. Right? You brought in Tyler Linderbaum from the Ravens for the offensive line to shore that up. Again, who are you throwing it to besides Brock Bowers and Meyer? Jack Beck, Jalen Naylor, Trey Tucker, Dante.
Like you're making these names up.
Right? Is this a name generator? Is this Key and Peele? No, these are actually real human wide receivers for the Las Vegas Raiders. And is Ashton Genty going to improve? These are valid questions. And this is what's keeping the Raiders in the basement and the Chargers in third. I had the Chargers in third last year. I have the Chargers in third this year. Could they be fighting for the cellar with the Raiders? Absolutely. If everything breaks wrong, the Chiefs could end up in last place. 100% they could. But I'm going to take the Raiders as well. Now, here comes, right? Do I go with your picks and make them my picks because we think very similarly? Or do I just say something for the sake of being outlandish? That would require me to put the Chargers in first place, and I don't believe in the Chargers like that, man. I'm going to be real with you. I don't believe in the Chargers like that. Yeah, you have Ladd McConkey. Quentin Johnston still stinks. Like, can Hampton stay healthy? You have Vidal, who's a pretty good backup. They're a good tandem. You know, you have Alec Ingold. He's good. They brought in Njoku to go with Gadsden at tight end. I think they need more help at the wide receiver position. That defense looks pretty darn good on paper with Derwin James. You have Dalvin Tomlinson at nose tackle. You have Denzel Perryman, Khalil Mack. Like, that's going to be stalwart. Is Justin Herbert finally going to deliver on his potential? Right? We've been talking about him becoming the guy for years. We've been touting him as a potential MVP candidate for years. And he does solid. And then he'll just shit the bed out of nowhere. Usually in the playoffs. Can he take the next step? I'm banking on no. And it's not because of him. It's because of the cast around him. If they were to say maybe get Brandon Ayuk, okay, now you got something else with Ladd McConkey. You could tell Quentin Johnston, fuck off.
That guy's terrible.
You can tell him, adios, muchacho. But until they get another wide receiver in there, they are firmly in second place. And number one, first place, provided they don't have to play Jarrett Stidham. Give me the Broncos. Still loaded from top to bottom. And you added Jaylen fucking Waddle to a room that had Sutton, Franklin, Mims. Yeah. Good work by the Broncos making that happen. Will you get another year from Evan Ingram like you had? Maybe. We'll see. But that defense is going to show up. Dobbins, if Dobbins stays healthy, I know it's a big if, but if Dobbins stays healthy, he's one of the better running backs in the league. Big if. I know. But this all boils down to Bo Nix. Bo Nix needs to stay healthy, and he needs to deliver like he did last year. Those are the only things. These are the only things keeping the Denver Broncos out of the Super Bowl. Self-inflicted wounds. And it wouldn't surprise me one bit if Taysom Hill ends up on the Broncos. He just informed everybody, I believe it was on Twitter, that he's not going back to New Orleans. So we know that Coach Payton has a soft spot. We know Coach Westhoff has a soft spot for Taysom Hill. It wouldn't surprise me one bit if they brought him in to revamp that tight end room and have a little gadget play going on. Would not surprise me one bit. So give me the Broncos in first place. Those are our picks. What are yours? Hit us up, faderoutemail@gmail.com. Slide in our DMs on IG at Fade Route Podcast. Drop us a line on X at FadeRouteDNZ and let us know who you got in the AFC West this season. It's time for us to run the go route. We'll talk to you next week when we order up the NFC South. Thanks for listening to this episode of our podcast. If you liked what you heard and you want to hear more, be sure to like and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Leave us a review, rate us 5 stars, turn on subscription notifications, and share on social media. Tell your friends and spread the word.